Part 2 of Module 3, we are going to cover the following topics. We are going to look at how to conduct market research. We're going to look at how to incorporate market research into a marketing plan. We're going to look at how you can promote your business using social media. Then finally, we'll look at the product lifecycle. Part of marketing is conducting what we refer to as market research. Market research is an organized effort where you collect information about your target market, about your customers, about certain trends within your market. You can then use all of this information to compile your marketing strategy. As a business, there could be various reasons for why you would conduct market research. These reasons can include that you may want to identify who are your new customers. So to find out who are your new customers, you'd have to collect information, collect data, and analyze it. To try and understand existing customers, you'd have to collect information about your existing customers, also analyze that information. That's market research. Another reason for conducting market research could be to set targets for your business. To also develop a marketing strategy, you need to also conduct market research. If you are having challenges or problems within the business, you could also conduct market research to try and solve those problems. To identify unique opportunities within the business, you could also conduct market research. So market research, you are collecting information about your target market, about your customers in order to actually understand them better as a business. So market research is about conducting market research is essential. It's important for any business to be able to keep up with changing trends and to understand target market, and in essence, and also to be able to increase sales. Because with the information that you are able to obtain from your market research, you are able to use this information to formulate strategies to actually increase or to boost sales within your business. Market research methods include primary research as well as secondary research. So when you're collecting data or information, you can use primary research methods or secondary research methods. So what is the difference between the two? When it comes to primary research is when you collect information yourself. So it's original information that is collected firsthand. So if you're going to be conducting consumer surveys, if you're going to be conducting focus groups, if you're going to be observing certain behaviors, if you're going to be doing experiments, those are all examples of what we call a primary research. They are collected firsthand, it's original information. Secondary research refers to your desktop research. This is where you're looking at existing information and data, where you analyze journals, you analyze reports, you analyze newspaper articles. So it's information that has already been published. It's information that has been researched by somebody else. So when you conduct market research methods, you can use both secondary research methods or primary research methods. There are certain steps that you can follow when it comes to the actual conducting of market research. First of all, you need to make sure you need to know what sort of information is going to be required. So you need to be clear on what you need and where you are going to get it. So you need to know exactly what you want from your market research. So you need from the start to be clear in terms of your objectives of why you are conducting certain research, so that you are able to know exactly what sort of information you are going to require. Secondly, you need to know about what additional information, and you also need to know where you are going to get it. Remember, not all information for market research is going to come from your customers. In certain instances, you may already have some of the information, or at least you may know how to get that information. So you must know where you can acquire additional information. You also need to collect information that you need. By collecting information that you need, as a business person, collecting information that you need for your business is easier than you think. You only need to do two things. You need to ask questions and you need to watch people. So you need to ask questions to your customers or to your clients, but you also need to observe certain behaviors of people so that you're able to collect the information needed. So once you've collected the information needed, you then need to analyze your information. By analyzing, you're going to be looking for trends, you're going to be looking at data that you've collected, and it's important that you compile some sort of report on what you observed, on what the information is actually telling you. When it comes to market research, other methods can also include observing customer behaviors and also asking questions. So, as a business owner, it's important that you carry out market research. It helps you to understand who are your clients, it helps you to understand what is your target market, what are their needs, but also assists you overall to understand what are the trends within the industry that you are operating in. Part of conducting market research is also determining whether your new venture or your business is going to be viable. Is your business going to work? So you need to establish if your business is going to work. In establishing whether your business is going to work, you need to first of all brainstorm ideas on the type of business. You need to talk to people. By talking to people, you can talk to potential customers to actually identify if there's actually a need for your product or your service. You need to come up with a list of ideas or specific business ideas. You then need to weigh up the pros and the cons. So you need to look at what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses of your business idea, and you also need to conduct what we call is a SWOT analysis, where you look at the strengths, the weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of your business idea. Once you've identified or have gone through the whole process of brainstorming, talking to people, shortlisting your ideas, looking at the pros and the cons, conducting your SWOT analysis, you can then select the best idea that obviously showed the greatest potential. So when you have conducted your market research, you are then in a position where you can adjust your business activities in order to satisfy your customers' needs. So once you're done with your market research, you are able to better understand your target market, you're able to better understand their needs, and then come up with activities that are actually going to satisfy your customers' needs. So the best way to work on your marketing is to apply all 4 P's of marketing, your marketing mix, which is your product, your price, your promotion. You need to make sure that you align the 4 P's to the needs of your target market. So therefore, that means that you must be able to fully understand what are the needs, what are the wants of my target market, so that you're able to deliver the correct product or service. You're able to set the product or service at the correct price. You're able to make sure that in terms of distribution, in terms of place, in terms of location, you are also responding to the needs and the wants of your clients. And also when it comes to promotion, you also need to make sure that you're using the correct type of promotion or media that is going to be appealing to your target market. Your marketing of your product or your service depends on whether you are marketing a product or a service. Remember, we said that products and services are different. So the manner in which you would market them is different as well. Because with the product, it's tangible, it's a physical product that you can show to a customer. Whereas a service, it's an intangible offering which presents unique challenges for you as a business owner and as a marketer. As a successful business person, you need to understand that attracting customers is going to depend on the following. Firstly, you need to make sure that the packaging of your product or your service is safe and it's attractive. This means that the goods that you sell must be pleasing to the eyes of the customer. It means that they must be attractive. The goods that you provide must be safe and they must be convenient for the customer to use. You must make sure that your products have what we call a guarantees and warranties. As a business, you must be able to take back goods from your customers if they are not in the expected condition. As a business owner, you must be willing to redo the service if it does not meet the needs of the client or the customer. As a business, you must produce products or services that are of a higher quality, that meet a specific standard, and make sure that you're compliant with industry standards and norms in terms of producing your product or your service. Remember that customers like diversity. They like choice. They like to have a wide range of products and services to choose from. And finally, remember that when you have more products, you're going to require more space, and that's a cost on the business. Remember that if you've got more products, those products may require what we call is specialized shelving, or if you are producing a certain type of product or service, if it's a perishable product or service, it may require refrigeration. So more products equate to greater expenses because you need more space in terms of accommodating or storing the product or service, as opposed to having one specialized product that you are producing. So specialized product is focusing on that one specific product that you are going to produce and specialize and master. So in essence, market research assists you to be able to better understand your target market. It's the best way to actually conduct marketing is to apply all 4 P's of the marketing mix and to make sure that those 4 P's are aligned to the needs and the wants of your target market. Remember that marketing your product or your service is always going to depend on whether you are marketing a product or a service, and you must understand the differences between the two. When it comes to attracting customers, be mindful of the packaging your product, guarantees and warranties, quality as well as standard that the product or service should meet. Also be mindful of diversity and choice of a product or service that you are offering. Earlier, we discussed that part of marketing your business or your organization was aligning your marketing to the 4 P's of marketing, which was aligning your marketing to price, place, product, and promotion. So we're going to look at the 3 of the P's and just highlight and reflect on the importance of these P's. When it comes to price, you need to make sure that your price is attractive to your customers so that you're offering the best possible price to your clients or to your customers. But in offering an attractive price, you also need to ensure that your business survives. So therefore, when you are setting your price, you need to know the costs of producing your product or your service so that you are able to set the price correctly. You also need to understand the place in terms of location of your business. It's important to be at the best location in terms of being close to your customers, being along your customers' travel routes, being near shops, making sure that the location of your business is in a safe and a convenient area. You also need to make sure that you promote your business and your products effectively, making sure that you get people to know about your business, but not just making people know about your business, but you also need to make sure that you attract potential customers. So how can you promote your business? You can use various methods. You can use television, radio, print, internet banners, billboards, sponsorships, as well as social media. We'll look at social media in more detail in the next slide. So promoting your business using social media. Social media refers to all online communications. It can be visual or it can be audio. Social media allows you to have greater interaction between you and the customer as well as the business. Social media is different from your traditional print media advertising that we're normally used to. It's more instant, it's more real time. You're able to reach a larger audience with social media. So examples of social media could be that you create a Facebook page for your business where you're going to advertise your products or service. You could have a Twitter account where you post about your products and your service or your business. It could be a YouTube account, or it could also be WhatsApp. A greater number of people are using social media in South Africa. These are just a few statistics. We've got 3.5 million users of Instagram. Facebook, you're looking at 14 million. YouTube, it's 8.74 million. Twitter, 7.7, as well as LinkedIn. So as an organization, you will choose which sort of social media is appropriate for you. You will either use a combination. You could use Facebook or have Instagram or have a variety of different social media that you use to advertise your product or your service. One of the methods to promote your business is through promoting your business through social media. The use of social media these days is growing, and social media is used by a number of people. So to be able to reach a lot of customers, you can use social media for marketing. Here are just a few guidelines and basics of how you can go about marketing your business on social media. First of all, make sure that you conduct your research. By conducting your research, make sure that you find out what are the different social media platforms, how do they work, and do they fit your product as well as your target market. Remember, you want to be using social media platforms that are appealing and that are used by your target market so that you are able to promote your product or service. Develop a social media marketing strategy. Make sure that when you develop the social media marketing strategy, it's aligned to your marketing strategy. Understand the internet functioning and monitoring. So understand the internet, the basics of internet functioning. Understand how the different social media platforms work. Understand which social media appeals to which type of audience so that you're able to align this to the needs of your target market. Entice your audience through multiple platforms. With social media, you can use various different types of social media to relay a message or to advertise your products or service. Make sure that you understand the different platforms. Understand that platforms function differently and they also appeal to different audiences. Be realistic when it comes to social media. Make sure that you listen and that you respond. To have a successful social media marketing campaign, you need to be very, very responsive to your audience. You need to make sure that you consistently update content on your social media, but also that you respond to any queries, to any complaints, to any questions that are directed at you on your social media platforms. Be patient and be consistent on your social media platforms. And remember that you must monitor your social media platforms to actually see if they are indeed increasing your customer base or they are increasing the number of customers and clients that actually purchase your products or service. When it comes to social media, it's not only just enough to create your business page, but you must be active. Follow other business brands. Be an active participant on social media. Make sure that your profiles that you create on social media are 100% complete. This makes your business look professional and it also makes your business easier to find. Pick a social media platform that is going to be suitable for your product and your service, and that is also going to be appealing for your target market. Market research also assists you in terms of compiling what we call is a marketing plan. So once you've conducted your market research, you can also compile a marketing plan for your business. A marketing plan is an important aspect of your business plan. It becomes part of your business plan. Within your marketing plan, you need to cover the following topics. You need to cover your marketing, which is going to be your marketing strategy, your marketing mix, and also your advertising goals. Within your marketing plan, you'll have a description of your marketing position. You will also have a description of who is your target market, how is your target market segmented, and you will also have action plans and time frames of how you're going to complete certain tasks and activities within your marketing plan. So market research will also assist you in terms of compiling a marketing plan. Part of marketing is understanding what we refer to as a product life cycle. A product will go through various changes in its life. These stages are known as the product life cycle. The product life cycle describes the phases in which the product will go through into four distinct phases. Within these four distinct phases, you need to understand what sort of marketing strategy you need to employ. Firstly, the first stage is the introduction stage. This is when you are introducing a new product to the market. The product is still fairly new. When you're introducing your product in this market, the sales of the business are pretty much low because people do not know about the product or the service that you're offering. So, as a business, to increase and to boost sales, you do aggressive marketing awareness, you have brand campaigns, you are trying to establish a market through trial and retrial. At this stage, you'll be offering free samples. Your product will be sold at a much lower price because you are enticing the market. You are wanting to attract potential customers to actually buy the new product or service that you are offering. The second phase is called the growth phase. The growth phase is where the sales of the product or the service start to increase. During the growth phase, the product starts to take off. You have less aggressive marketing campaigns as a business because people have started to already know and they are starting to embrace and buy the product or service. The third phase is known as the maturity phase. At the maturity phase, your sales are growing, but they're not growing as much as in the previous stage. Here, this is where the product is going to start to decline. It's maturing. You have got products that are standardized here. They are sophisticated. You've got an established market. People know about the product or service. The last stage is called the decline phase. At this stage, this is where the sales of the product or service that you're offering start to decrease and they start to decline. At this stage, you will either need to reposition, rebrand, or revamp the product or service that you're offering in order to boost sales and to be able to increase sales again. At each of these different phases, you require a different marketing strategy. So when you complete your marketing plan, remember that if you are a new business, your product or service will be in the introductory phase of the product life cycle. It's important to note the following that at each stage, businesses need to recognize the need for change in terms of marketing. Remember, at introductory phase, you've got aggressive marketing, you've got marketing awareness campaigns, you may even be doing sampling. At growth phase, you are less aggressive because the business has started to be established, you've got a target market. At maturity phase, remember you've now got standard sophisticated products and you've got an established market. So you need to understand at each phase what sort of strategy you are going to employ. And then throughout the product life cycle, a business needs to assess the product progress. You need to understand the external trends and you need to evaluate them accordingly. You also need to make changes to your product based on the environmental changes throughout your product life cycle. So, in conclusion, in this module, we looked and discussed the following. We looked firstly at what is marketing. We said that marketing is an essential business function. It's the process of identifying customer needs and wants and creating products and services to satisfy those needs and wants. We said that marketing encompasses the marketing mix, which was made of your 4Ps. And we said that you need to align your marketing mix to the needs as well as the wants of your target market or your consumers or clients. We also said that businesses need to understand their target market, which was a group of consumers at which the products or services aimed at. We also looked at what was market segmentation. So you must not only understand your target market must be segmented based on the 4 market segments, which was demographics, geographic, psychographic, as well as behavioral or lifestyle segments. We also looked at market research. We said that market research is essential for your business in order for you to understand your target market, to be able to identify opportunities, and also to be able to track your competitors. Market research is also essential in the creation of the marketing plan, which becomes part of your business plan. Information that you've collected while doing market research becomes part of your marketing plan. We then concluded by looking at the product life cycle. We discussed that a product and service will go through unique stages or phases of the product life cycle, and you must understand each of the phases because each of the phases will present unique challenges to you as a business. And for each of the phases, you need to come up with various marketing strategies to increase or to improve sales. Before we close this training, we'd just like to make you aware of the following. We offer other awareness trainings. We have a course on basic customer service awareness training. We also have a course on basic bookkeeping awareness training. Should you have any questions, suggestions, compliments about the training, questions about any content or concept that you did not understand in this training, you are welcome to send us an email on the email below, which is onlinetrainingfeedback@seda.org.za. In the subject line, please indicate the name of the training so that we are able to respond to you appropriately. This brings us to the end of Module 3, which was mainly on marketing for a new business venture or for an existing business. We hope that the information shared will be able to assist you in your business. We thank you very, very much for your time, for taking time to listen to this video. Should there be any questions and queries, please feel free to drop us an email on the email address we shared in the previous slide. Thank you very much.